Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got a bottle on the channel that is quite interesting. We'll just leave it at that. Let's get it.
Bottle drop, bottle drop, bottle drop.
So you guys probably want to know why I have two Glens here. I left this Glen out overnight. I was doing a barrel pick that didn't work out so well last night with the Poor Decisions group that I'm in. And Matt called me out because I said, I picked up a new bottle. It's a beautiful bottle. This is the Jephthah Creed. Comes in at 93 proof. Straight bourbon whiskey, weeded, 6 years old, and Bloody Butcher corn that I had never picked up before. And I've never had any Bloody Butcher corn. And like I said, beautiful bottle. Now you guys know how I feel about beautiful bottles. When I see a beautiful bottle, most of the time I run away. Because beautiful bottles normally don't have beautiful juice. So, got it home, cracked it. And like I said, I got to give a shout out to Matt from Whiskey Wisdom because he said, you would have known had you been watching my lives. I can't catch every live, Matt. I'm sorry. I do try to catch lives on Fridays. Guys will even hear me say it in some of the videos, but that's when I normally film. So anyway, I made some comments and Matt was like, yeah, you would have known. So let's get into the nose of this thing and then I'll tell you why I have this second glass here. So the freshest cut corn husk pulled off the wettest, oldest newspaper, the wettest, oldest, dankest, most sour smelling basement like ever. And you guys know me, I do not normally get on here and like super like dog bottles. I appreciate that the family took their time, grained the glass. You guys know I love all of that. But these have dropped in the Virginia ABC, and if you are in the DMV, people, please. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to say this. Let's get into the nose first. Yeah, still the same thing. Dank basement, wet newspaper, corn husk, maybe even a little bit of fresh cut grass with some weeds thrown in. Let's get into the palate. Thanks for checking out the channel. Now I would love for you guys to go over to bourbondropstore.com where you can get this amazing heavyweight hoodie as well as the black Bourbon Drop tee. Don't forget about the blog. I've got recommendations for all whiskey drinkers from 80 proof all the way up to 130 plus. So you've got beginner, intermediate, and experienced bourbon drinkers. Don't forget about the bourbon news as well because you can catch some of the latest bottles and what their mash bills are, their prices are, and what their notes are supposed to be according to the manufacturer. Now, I've got my different notes. You guys also keep an eye on the channel because bottles that you see up here will be coming soon. Check out bourbondropstore.com, link below. All that transfers over to the palate. So, you've got wet grass. There's a little bit of a drying note, but I feel like if I ate the leaves off a dandelion and then took the white part of a dandelion and just stuck it in my mouth and chewed it up, that's what it would taste like. Like I said, I'm not telling you what to do. All I will say is, if I had the chance to do it all over again, I would have slid right past this bottle. They have it in the new display and they also have a 4 grain. The store that I went to luckily didn't have the 4 grain. Listen to me when I say that. Luckily, did not have the 4 grain because seeing how beautiful this bottle was or is, and if they would have had 2, I probably would have bought both because I would have been like, wow, a Bloody Butcher corn wheated bourbon, because you guys know I love my wheated bourbons, and a 4 grain, and I'm a Penelope fan, so I probably would have picked it up. Now this thing right here, $49.99. The 4 grain was $59.99. Like I said, they are new at the Virginia ABC. I left it out overnight. Now it smells like not only old newspaper corn husk, but when you open that box of crayons, when you were a kid and you opened that box of crayons and that smell of recycled cardboard and crayons mixed together, that is what this glass smells like. Wow. But more just like earthy corn husk and basement over anything, man. I'm gonna put myself through a little bit of punishment. I'm gonna get back into the palate. So the front of the, I'm sorry. The front of the palate almost has this vanilla sweetness, right? And it tries to creep to the mid. But the corn husk and basement is like, get away from me, get away from me. It's like, it's so strong and so powerful and so punchy that you can't get away from it. I mean, I almost want to just give out samples so people could actually understand what I'm saying. So look, I don't know. I don't normally do this. bdrop44@yahoo.com. And we'll talk. We'll talk. Because this is not this is not it. I'm sorry. It's not hitting on all cylinders for me at all. Like, I'd rather ride a bike. That's all I'm saying. So I am not going to get into any type of breakdown. I am not going to get into whether it will or will not be on a bar. You guys pretty much already know where this is going. This is what I would consider a $50 DP. And I know that sounds kind of maybe fun to some of you people. I don't know. But I know that sounds kind of weird. So get your mind out of the gutter. Well, this bottle will probably be in the gutter, but a $50 drain pour. So $50 DP all day long. And I normally don't throw out bottles. And I'm telling you, this used to be the worst bottle in the Bourbon Drop Studios. This is the Buck 8. This right here, it has surpassed it. And with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head into a drop. Till next time.